What's up, Internet World? We're the News 19 Nerds. I'm Michael.
I'm Lauren. We got Red Scare here.
Hell, Mother Russia.
Now, I don't know if I've ever heard him say that in the show.
I don't think he did. I don't know if
you got a new catchphrase.
That's stereotypical?
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's a new catchphrase that he has.
That's how I felt him saying that line. I feel
Okay.
like I really...
So we, after
Mother Russia.
after weeks of delay and anticipation from y'all, thank you for wanting this. We're finally getting around to episode 3.
Yeah.
Did
of
you say
Watchmen.
weeks?
Yeah.
It's been weeks. It's been
been
like 2 weeks.
at this point.
We should have did this like
It's been a minute.
2 Mondays ago.
We make them wait and wait.
So episode 3, she was killed by space junk.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll start with the non-spoilers first. If you guys can remember that far back, it could be a stretch. This one, the first 2 have so far.
Taking selfies over here with his.
I was just looking at myself, making sure I look presentable on the camera.
You do.
Cool.
You good.
Has the first 2 dealt with Angela, Abar,
Sister Night.
Sister Night.
Sister Night.
The third one kind of takes a shift, and now we're dealing kind of more with a different character, at least an outside view of what's
Right.
going on outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I
What do you guys think?
thought the third episode was kind of slow.
Okay.
I thought it was definitely needed to continue the storyline, but it was slower than the first 2. So if you started watching Watchmen, say you are binging, episodes 1 through 4 now, the first one's going to start off super strong. Second one's going to keep that same energy. The third one, I think, kind of dipped off a bit.
Yeah.
But it was, I guess, for a necessary reason.
Do you feel like it dipped off because we changed characters, or just with the stuff they were talking about, or what?
I think maybe it's both of those. We're changing characters. I mean, we still had time with Angela Abar and Looking Glass and so we still had them there and they were strong. But I feel like you have another character here that you're introducing, and there's still other characters to come. So it's like we have to get through these kinds of episodes in order to keep understanding the whole story that we're going to witness here with the Watchmen.
This episode gives us kind of a thing where if we're introduced to somebody and we get to understand and realize, like, okay, this person is either an important part really into the show, or this person has a real important connection from the comics to the show. As we'll get to with the spoilers with this FBI agent, what was her name again?
Lord, see, I don't even remember her name. What's her name?
Lori Juspezek.
Lori Juspezek.
That was her original name. Then she decided to take Blake, which was her dad's name, the comedian, because she's the daughter of the original Silk Spectre.
Spoiler!
I'm about to say, that's
from the movie.
Yeah,
And
but
the
I
book.
mean,
That's not a.
but if you don't know nothing about this,
Then you probably shouldn't be watching Watchmen.
Man.
I'll say it right now. This show is not for somebody to just pick up. It's not. It's deep.
It's a spook.
At this point, you're episode 1 and 2 in. I feel like you should have watched the original movie. Or
Y'all
not
let
the
us know
movie,
if that
watch
was a
the comic.
spoiler or not.
So clearly, we're like you said before. This is like an outside source. This is an FBI agent coming in who has we start to see that somebody who doesn't really care for, I wouldn't say supers or these mass vigilantes. We see in the episode she sets up something at a bank where it's supposed to be a so-called robbery. Guy comes in, tries to do his best.
Oh, now we're doing spoilers?
Now we're doing spoilers.
We talking about what happened in the episode, right?
Have we got to that part? Because I was talking overall. Like, what I said was stuff you knew even before
We should have known.
started. We doing spoilers now?
I don't know.
We can. Y'all, this is what happens on News 19 Nerds. We just talk.
Yes, we just.
You are in
This is
our
how we
process.
indulge in it.
Yeah, this you guys see
You think we
how the
play
sausage
it,
is
but,
made. We don't.
Yeah. Y'all say it. I
So
can't
then,
talk about
so
what's
before,
spoiling it.
okay, let's go overall thoughts. Yes or no on the episode then?
Good episode. Great way to extend it, to see how more this episode connects with stuff from the comics. We get a little deeper dive into stuff, and we get to have a more understanding of who's of the PD. What's it called? The
Pedopedia.
The Pedopedia. I say that?
That is a great
fast.
supplemental read. If you have the time, I would recommend reading because it definitely fleshes out questions that you've asked. You'll be like, excuse me, why does this happen? You'll be like, oh, Petey, he talks about why stuff happens in the show.
It's a great read, so you need to make sure you read it. Some of us have not fully read it yet.
It's a great read.
And so, but from what others have said,
Yeah.
we know It's a great read.
It's a great read. All right, let's get to spoilers. Let's talk. Over here, Lauren, just, I don't know. Yeah, put your hood back on. I'm embarrassed for her, too. So, Red Scare, what are we talking about? Break the show down for us, episode down for us. Foolishness.
Listen.
Starting off in the bank.
We get introduced. Spoilers. Spoilers over here. Spoilers over there. Spoilers come right at you.
Spoiler.
We understand that. I keep on forgetting the lady's name.
Lori Blake.
Yeah.
The second Silk Spectre, Lori, however you want to.
Second Silk Spectre. The daughter of the comedian and the original Silk Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
The one that we've known has had a relationship with Night Owl from the comics. And we've also learned
Drybird.
and we also learned through the Pedia stuff that Night Owl is locked up. So we kind of set the scene where her as an FBI agent, she's trying to set up and capture some of these mass vigilantes, these heroes, thinking they're doing a good job. But you know,
Really
she sets up.
I'm done.
Yeah.
It was a great setup for me because you know you knew who she was. I feel like most people knew who she was before the episode started, just based on how they were setting people up. You knew she was an FBI agent, so it was weird to me at first when she was kind of like, you know, doing this thing. You were like, oh,
Yeah.
this is an interesting, like, what's exactly going on? And you see, you got this guy who's kind of like a fake Batman wannabe or whatever, jumping through the bank. He's like, nah, player, we got you. What you doing? You know this is wrong. He's like, ugh.
And at the start of the episode, we hear her on the phone.
Yeah.
Talking to in these booths that go to Dr. Manhattan, which I think is pretty interesting in their relationship or their previous relationship, being able to send these coded messages.
They treat these booths like confessionals.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's interesting to talk about that, right? Because just on this episode, a lot of, and what we've seen from episode 1, 2, and 3, Dr. Manhattan is treated like a god.
I mean,
And
you kind of understand why.
You can understand why he is, because he's able to do whatever he wants. He can create matter out of anything. This blue being, almost, I guess he is kind of omnipotent in terms of stuff he could do.
Yeah.
He's treated as a deity, so people worship him. People, you know, pray to him. These booths are almost kind of seen as confessionals to send your message to the gods or to the one god.
And do you think he's really listening to this? Do you think he has time?
Who knows? Because at the end, I mean, I guess we'll jump all around, right?
Yeah.
In this episode.
Oh, well, let's stick to the time. I think that's
Okay,
that's
go
to
ahead.
do it like that. So yeah, we saw her call, and then we got to the bank robbery scene where she set fake Batman up.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just thought.
I like fake Batman.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Pretty much. That is fake Batman.
They set that up, and we get an understanding now of she's trying to hunt these mass
Watchmen.
vigilantes.
I was trying to figure out for like the whole time you were saying that. Whack man.
She sets these mass vigilantes up. He get captured. The crowd doesn't like it, but she's just at a point in, I guess, her life or her career where she understands that these mass vigilantes, these are not the answer. Like, I've been over with this. I've been done with this. So then she gets sent out.
Which makes
She
her
also
relationship.
shoots the guy.
Yeah.
Which is because everybody else they were just trying to stop him.
Like,
She
yo, we
shoots
trying
him.
to shoot this
Yeah.
man.
And they were like, "Oh, this is what we doing?" She's like, "Yep."
So if you
And
didn't
kept-
know
keep
how
it
much
moving.
hate and aggressiveness and intention she had towards messing these guys up, now you know. Show them
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Because that was just like, did you know like his suit was gonna stop the bullets? She was just like, yeah, sure.
Like,
Didn't care.
did not. She would have
Yep.
shot that man.
Yeah.
But I think that goes to show like how she feels when she gets to Tulsa and sees the law enforcement there masked. She's like, what's this for? You know, why are you all wearing these masks? And is this really necessary in order to do your job? Which they believe it is because of, you know, the White Knight. Is that what was called? The White Knight, the night where everybody got shot.
Yeah, White Knight.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Want to make sure I was saying that right.
Yeah.
But yes, continue, Avery.
Yeah, we see that she gets sent. She gets sent out to Tulsa with our boy Petey, who's been doing the online files about basically all the.
Yeah, we actually meet
Excellent
the
stuff.
character who
Yeah.
was making the dossier of everything behind the scenes.
Who's more than just a fan.
Yeah, he says, "Hey, I'm not just some fan dude. I'm a historian, whatever, you know."
And also a lover.
He is. That he is. That's true.
But we'll get to that. I can't remember exactly what happened right after when she gets sent to Tulsa. What's the?
embarrassed though, like, it doesn't even make sense.
We were all embarrassed. Keep going.
We were so embarrassed.
Yeah.
What's the exact thing that happens right after they get to Tulsa. I'm trying to
don't
think
remember.
if
But she's there investigating the death of Judd.
good old Judd.
Mm-hmm.
Or
So
good
the
old
chief,
boy Judd.
good old boy. Judd.
Yeah.
So the senator comes up
Yeah.
eventually. We know
Senator Green or Keene?
Keene.
Senator
Keene. And it seems like he comes from a long line of politicians, or at least his dad was a senator because he helped pass the DOPA or the DUPA Act, whatever, the Defense of Police or something Act, whatever that basically starts the I don't know if that's what starts the mask wearing or not, but he does something that helps police or whatever. He seems like a good dude.
I think he's gonna end up being
a
bad.
bit too good.
Well,
Yeah.
Peteypedia thinks he might be connected to 7th Cavalry.
Yeah.
Because there was a letter talking, it was
like from his either grandfather to Judd's grandfather, right?
yeah, and they were just talking about, passing legacy on, talking about the painting, that painting they had, the Comanche painting, but also talking about the legacy, what they had of being in the 7th Cavalry and the Ku Klux Klan, which is like, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Because we know they go to the funeral, and this seems so weird that the police didn't sweep this place.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
And I get it, it works
but
like protection.
how are you supposed to find a hole in one? I mean, I guess because it is closest to the site. That you
Right,
can look
it wasn't
at
like he
there.
was far away.
But
that mausoleum was right there.
Yeah, I
Nobody
don't
walked
know.
for a second. Y'all, there's a hole in here. We need to be
I guess
watching
because they don't
this.
think.
Don't worry about that hole. Judd would love that hole.
I guess because they don't think that it's gonna be. They weren't expecting that, and clearly.
They should have. Because this man came in with a bomb.
Right.
Better
sure
to mess
did.
them up. Although, you have to wonder if Keene is part of the 7th Cavalry or some type of double agent or something. Maybe they're just kind of testing. Maybe he was never really in danger. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. We how many times we seen this before? A bad guy sets himself up to look like the hero, puts himself in supposed danger. Danger.
I know where that's from.
I understood that reference.
Yeah.
And like we see, like he's supposed to be in danger, but he knows everything work out. I was just shocked how, was it Angela? How she just to save herself? What's her name? Shot the dude in the head, killed him with the headshot.
Lori killed the man.
killed
Yeah.
him.
She is definitely a
She
does-
shoot first, ask
Yeah,
questions later. She does
yeah.
not care about the consequences.
Shot.
Like, I just assumed it was because she said later. I thought it was fake.
Yeah.
Nope.
He
Nope.
came out and said, "Look, y'all, if I start dying, my heart stops, then this thing's gonna blow." And so
She did
tested.
not
She
care.
put that to the test.
Yeah, she did.
And good thing she was around people that knew a little bit about what they were doing in life, and didn't freak out too much.
But it was weird because I maybe I have to go back and watch it. It almost seemed like Angela had to tell them to run. They were all kind of just in shock.
She told them to run.
They're like, y'all need to move.
Again, and you have to think about this. This happened. The White Knight happened 3 years ago, right? So all new police, police officers. There's a new police force. So these people have been on the job for 3 years. A majority of these people have been on the job 3 years tops. Then
Except
you
for
have
the guy that
those.
started the day before the funeral.
Maybe that guy, that one guy.
Yeah.
But so you don't
Was it
have
in
really
this episode?
advanced.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just saying you don't really have advanced officers, people who have been on the job for
Right.
decades.
I get
Those
what you're
those
saying.
those ride or
veterans.
die, the
You don't have the
veterans,
veterans, right.
And so honestly, and half of them are still pretty nervous about being on the streets anyway. So it's one of those like, what's going on? If they haven't been put in any of these situations, which who would have been put in a situation like this? But
Right.
it makes sense that they didn't react the way we would think they should react.
But we get to see Angela in action.
And I don't know why she decided she wanted to.
Flip over that coffin.
So he's blown up.
I I mean, at this point, she's kind of like, he's kind of a dirty dude anyway.
Yeah,
so whatever.
that's what I
I'm
was
not worried
thinking
about
too.
saving his body. Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
At least Judd went out with a bang.
Thank you.
See what you did there.
Thank you
See
so
what
much.
you did there.
Clap it up for the red.
There was a, which one is it from the?
I'll move my orange off the
No,
table.
you're good. There was one thing that talked about. That's some new stuff. That's episode 4. It was fine. What's going on with Adrian V? Ozymandias.
Oh, yeah, so...
Every time I see it, it just gets crazier and crazier, man.
So the more we see him, the more the theory comes up that this is a different time. Like, it's not happening at this, or that's what I'm seeing a lot of people say online. And it kind of makes sense from the standpoint of it still hasn't tied into what's going on in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
It almost feels like this could be a different time, maybe in the future or in the past or something. We do learn, finally, it seemed like he was in a paradise, and he thought it was, but it's really...
Locked up,
yeah.
won't let me out. But is that his own jail? Did he make that for himself? Because I want to know if the guy who told them, hey, you need to get back.
He said there was a game warden. Yeah,
if that's the game warden, but if that game warden was somebody that he created.
I don't know.
Every episode is just more questions we need answers to, man.
Yeah, it seems like he's working on some type of plan in episode 3 to somehow break a wall, penetrate a wall or something, or just figure out exactly what are the rules of this place.
He's trying to get on out of there.
Yeah.
And he's using all these clones
to figure that out.
Yeah.
That he just loves to destroy, and he does not care about them. In episode 3, the guy put on this like the old timers submarine type stuff, the underwater stuff, and I guess he died did he freeze to death? He must have frozen to death, right?
Oh yeah, because he started stomping him, and his body
he was
breaking.
breaking him.
Yeah.
Like, stomp him
in the face.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I mean, obviously you guys know a little bit more about his background, but I don't know much about him, and just seeing...
His thing was he was always like the smartest person.
Yeah.
Like Ozymandias was the smartest person ever. And he was able to like trick Dr. Manhattan because Dr. Manhattan was omnipotent. He was able to see everything after he had broke the cosmos or whatever. He was able to get him out of the way and send him to Mars. That's how he was able to get the plan to make the giant squid and do all that stuff. So it's weird. Everybody thinks that Adrian is dead. I think in Peteypedia, the character says, you know, we shouldn't declare him dead.
Right.
Because that may give rise to terrorists and people in the 7th Cavalry as you guys are calling it dead, or you guys are calling it the search, you guys are trying to hide stuff. So they should almost, in the media, let them think that they're still searching even if they're not, just so they don't give like a rise in people in the 7th Cavalry or whoever to be like, this is our chance to fight for whatever. Yeah. So it's kind of interesting that way. Who else? What else do we have going on in episode 3?
The relationship between Dr. Manhattan and Lori, I think, was interesting.
So you mentioned at the beginning she's in that confessional, the Manhattan, the booth thing. She's telling these jokes, right? And it really got me. The first joke she did about the bricklayer thing. It's like, this is just so random, whatever. And I forgot all about it. And I was just like the person she was talking to, the god that she talked to, whatever, when the brick finally comes and hits the guy. And she's able to walk into heaven, because she put that out as almost like a red herring. Nobody's paying attention to it. Yep. And she talks about,
like good comedians do, they wrap it back around.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, is it, from what I understood with it, it's basically a breakdown. She's talking about the comedian, she's talking about Night Owl, and she's talking about not what's his name, Ozzy?
Ozymandias?
Yeah, Ozymandias.
Yeah.
Those 3 are the critical points in the joke, because comedian's gone. Night Owl's locked up. Ozymandias is
to their knowledge, well, to their knowledge, I think he's dead. Yeah. And then the God person is Dr. Manhattan. Right.
But it's just like, but she's the one that walks in heaven, because she's basically like escaped all this life. I mean, she's doing the FBI, doing her own thing because of her own choice. But she doesn't have to wear a mask and stuff like how she was when she was a Silk Spectre. It's just, this show's so layered, man.
It's a lot of layers.
Yeah. What do we think about the tension between Lori and Angela? I like it. Like I like the 2 actors working against each other. Actresses, it's nice.
My thing is, like, does Angela trust anybody?
I feel like she trusts Cal and her kids, and that's about it.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't think she trusts anybody on the force. I don't think she really, at least for this episode, she doesn't trust anybody. You know, up to this point. Right. She really doesn't trust anybody, especially after learning, you know, that the man that was kind of like this father figure to her, a really good friend, has this secret in his closet. Yeah. You know, and where does that tie? You know, how does that tie into the White Knight? How does that tie into, you know, where things stand right now with the 7th Cavalry?
And it seems like the Lori I don't know, either through FBI connections or being an old vigilante, she knows more of what's going on than, you know, Angela will say, because she knew that there was some type of hidden bookcase or something.
Yep.
There was something in it. She didn't know what it was, but she knew there was something that somebody was hiding that she was able to be like, what's going
And
on?
she was
with
like,
this?
"You were the last one in the
You were
room."
the last one. Yeah, it's like, you don't get sick. You don't
Pass out. You don't faint.
pass out. What are you doing?
But I think they could have been on good terms. But then again, you also think about this, you know, in every cop show or, you know, every law enforcement show, you see when the FBI comes in, people get mad. They're like, you know, y'all taking over, you know, FBI's taking over, whatever. I watch a lot of SVU, so whenever FBI shows up, it's normally some mess.
Yeah.
And so I guess they kind of have that thought process too going on, and then the fact that she's coming in and already accusing or suspicious of Angela, you know, I think that adds to it. Now further along, I'm sure we'll see them come together and work things out. But
And she is really drawn to Cal. Because this is the first time she references, your husband is fine. Essentially, she's like, because she said something kind of like,
I know she like him young.
I guess that's true. But also she said something, she kind of said offhandedly like, well, you weren't sleeping with the guy, with Judd, because your husband's fine, so you can do whatever. And she's like, what? Because she was taken aback almost like, you're not sleeping with him because you and your husband or whatever. And, you know, we'll get in later episodes. And another thing coming up.
to be continued.
Right. Where was I going with that? Oh, just the fact that she seems to be kind of fascinated with Cal and what he's about.
Yeah.
And just so random and let you know exactly how they just add layers on for whatever. The owl that Lori had, like in her apartment, is named Who.
Yeah.
So it's literally the owl who's watching Lori. It's basically a play on the phrase of who watches the Watchmen.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure...
But who watches the News 19 Nerds? You do.
Great. Also, I'm pretty sure... chat, let me know, or audience, let us know. I'm pretty sure that owl was Dryberg's owl, right? The night... I'm pretty sure that was Night Owl's
Yeah,
owl.
most definitely.
Yeah. So she's kind of got a hankering for everybody because she was
And she's in every pot. She's connected to everybody somehow.
She was romantically involved with Night Owl, who's in jail. She was romantically involved with Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
And has...
Is it episode 3? Yeah.
That was episode 3 when she pulled out. Yeah, the huge Dr. Manhattan.
The dildo there.
Can we say dildo on?
I don't know.
I mean, I might make this mature for people.
Yeah.
It is
the
what it is.
Watchmen.
There was also attached genitalia. So
Yeah.
with that, everything. It's like...
A lot going on.
Everything was happening. Yeah.
But she takes that with her on business trips?
Because she first opens up that case, and it reminded me of Pulp Fiction. When they
you don't know what's in there.
Light, they were like, oh, we found out what's in that case. Okay. You got to get her rocks off some
It was
kind
like
of
an
way.
Esquire magazine with her and Dr. Manhattan on it.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's
a lot
But
going
eventually,
on.
as you said, Petey gets his love on with her, which I'm sure he was all about.
They do a little role playing, had a little mask action. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. I don't know.
How you gonna not like mass vigilantes and put somebody in a mask?
That's
Anyway,
the twist she can't help because that's what she's so used to.
Yeah,
Right.
I guess.
Man.
So the episode ends with...
Finally, because it was a whole lot in
there. The joke ends, the brick that she talked about in the first part is dropped on God because it was kind of a toss-away line. Even the God or whatever, even as omnipotent as the God was, didn't see the brick coming.
Right.
So that's how she was able to come in. And a car drops out of the sky.
Yeah.
Boom!
So to go back to your
for
question,
this.
do we think people are listening? It seemed,
At that moment, it seemed like there was.
Yeah.
That Dr. Manhattan was.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
And she starts laughing.
But then I realized
Dr. Manhattan was the one who did it.
Right.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, I'm still on board for the show. It's little pieces we get, little more pieces before the whole puzzle comes.
And we got 9 episodes, and this is the third.
Third
so
one. Yeah. Again, this is Damon Lindelof, so the man who did The Leftovers, the man who did Lost.
Whew.
We are getting...
Talk about a slow burn.
Right, lots of slow burns. We would think, since this is only 9 episodes and not like a 22 episode thing of Lost, eventually there's going to be an episode where things drop.
Yeah.
Maybe that might be like episode 5 or 6, who knows?
I don't know.
I still say episode 6 something with Panda. I'm still sticking on to that.
Still waiting on Panda Man.
Something with Panda.
Sick callback.
When we do the review, we need you to have a panda head.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one.
Work on that.
I'm trying to
Work on
find
your
something.
connects to get a panda head. Be like, there we
At
go.
least a black and white house. Something.
But let us know what you think about this episode. Was it one of those episodes that you felt like we needed, or was it more so just I don't know, keeping
Yeah,
the story
like,
keeping the story going?
Are you happy with the momentum that's going for this show right
Right.
now in terms of are you getting enough with each episode, or do you wish more would happen in the episodes? Let us know that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Any questions you want to ask them? Red Scare? Okay, Red Scare's nah. Like, comment, subscribe here on this video where you can find Red Scare, and go back in other videos you could find Sister Night as well.
I was Night Sister because I wasn't quite
Right, fair enough. You were Night Sister. Fair enough.
I wasn't quite there
Yeah.
with the outfit.
Yeah. Find us.
Evening sibling.
Yeah, even sibling.
Find us here on YouTube, also Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, WRTX.com, and we're out.